Honestly, I don't want to see women picking their noses. I don't think that they shouldn't be able to, but
You don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, dude. I don't want to see it. And I'm sorry, I've been hiding and keeping it inside of myself, but I don't want to see it anymore. My grandmother died with I'm sure, honestly, a nose full of boogers. I bet she had to breathe through her mouth for probably 40 years.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, but she never picked her nose, I bet.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Would
but
your grandfather know? He would know.
Yeah, I just never saw her do it.
She probably blew it out, though.
Yeah.
Did
That's
some
fair.
nice snot rockets in the bathroom.
Little lady hanky kind of thing going?
If she woke up at midnight or 2 a.m. and went out in the yard and blew it out, that's fine.
That's okay.
You know? Armadillos, they used to call them Russian possums.
Yeah,
where I'm from.
because they're armored.
They were ready for war, dude.
They
had a lady allegedly had breastfed one by us. This black lady.
Really?
Yeah,
that was the rumor on her.
Well, you think it would be a white woman. When I first heard the rumor, I was like, yeah.
Naturally.
That's a white lady.
She breastfed an armadillo?
Right.
She breastfed an armadillo that had been sick.
Oh, good for her.
Pretty beautiful, really. It's almost like a little grapes of wrath for our neighborhood.
That is a wonderful story. You need a good story from your upbringing because most of them are horrific, man.
Yeah, it was cool seeing those huge snakes, but I couldn't let a snake eat me, man. Hippos are like the Artie Lang of animals. I say in a weird way. In a loving way. I mean, Artie Lang is
not
amazing.
lethal. I don't think Artie's deadly.
Yeah, no, hippos are
battling human, and I love him. But I'm just saying there.
I don't think I've ever seen a woman pick her nose before.
Yeah, I've seen a lot in traffic and stuff. You
Have
guys
you?
don't have traffic.
No, really?
Yeah, dude,
I don't think I've ever seen it either. I'm with you. I've been in traffic. I don't know.
There's always someone when you turn to your right, and it's always a guy digging nice and
Always.
deep. But I've never seen a
too.
woman. I think that would really freak me out.
Would you rather watch a poor guy pick his nose or a rich guy pick his nose? I notice that sometimes I'm more enraptured by watching
rich people.
Yeah,
because you think they would have a designated nose picker.
I
That
just
would
feel like
bring somebody in.
There's probably like nicer stuff in their boogers. Is that weird?
Yeah, that is a little weird. That's what I think. You think their boogers are a little sugary?
Like maybe
A little bit on the sugary side?
Like I want to see if this freaking CEO pulls a pearl out of his snout. You know?
What else did you say that women
are not allowed to do?
Yeah.
I just said, well, women don't get along. Like women, I feel like guys actually can get along together. I feel like until lesbianism really prospered, I feel like a lot of women have never really loved each other, probably. I saw a couple of hippos one time. I met this man and we did some shows in South Africa. This is probably about 4 years ago. And I saw Bryan Adams by the breakfast bar at the hotel. Remember? Everything I do.
Cuts like a knife.
Do it for you.
Still big. Still sells out.
Still sells out. Yeah.
I'm more summer of 69.
I saw him eating yogurt, though, in the mornings. But,
Nice.
Well, we met a man at the comedy show who owned a helicopter, and he took us to this other guy's private nature reserve. And rich people would come out there and buy out, and they'd, move animals out there, and people would shoot them, I guess.
My brother's done it.
What do you mean?
Terry has come to Africa. He's got like a zebra rug. He's killed all kinds of things in Africa.
Damn.
He's done it.
But did he actually go and hunt them, or was
I don't know. I've never, I've seen the trophy room in his lake house, and it's like you don't want to wander in there when it's dark because it's like something out of Teddy Roosevelt days.
Oh,
There's
really?
like a grizzly bear. There's all kinds of shit in there.
They got any brothers in there or anything? Because I've heard you can get deep enough into that game where you're shooting people.
It's actual Zimbabweans.
Yeah. Has he heard anything like that?
No, he's not done anything.
Have
like
you
that.
heard
Have you
of-
asked him directly?
No, I have not asked him directly.
Have you
but
heard Theo?
I don't think he would.
Or is it?
Oh, I've heard that it gets pretty dark,
No,
man.
seriously.
Dude, if you're wealthy enough, you're not going to... Yeah, you'll kill somebody.
Like that movie, like all those movies,
Why does it have to be wealth that makes you want to kill somebody?
You could be poor, but poor people just kill like, hookers or like hitchhikers. That's easy prey. But I think once you get wealthy, you probably get real people. Like maybe somebody that... Maybe they pull somebody out there that works at a bakery or something. Somebody's got like a real job, like somebody who's actually doing something, Maybe you got a guy, we got a teller from the Wells Fargo.
Okay, all right. Now you got me. You get me at banking.
Well, a couple of raccoons almost attacked me on the way to the donut shop. I got really high, man. Like the stuff these kids are smoking nowadays, it's not anything like who we're smoking. I mean, these kids are
Turbo weed.
And it's beyond. They shouldn't legalize that. They can legalize the weed that we smoked, Stuff might make you feel yourself up a little bit or something.
The weed that was around in like the 70s and 80s.
The brown
dirty
weed.
brown weed with stems and leaves.
I kind of like the concept.
Squirrel hair.
Yeah, let's start legalizing weed, but from
The old school weed.
the old school
where
weed.
we could smoke a whole joint, actually just be the right amount of high. If you tried to smoke a joint of this shit today, I'm with you. You're just paralyzed.
Instead of one hit and then you think two little dogs or raccoons is chasing you. Theo.
That is right, cuz.
Thinking about nursing an armadillo.
Right, exactly.
Your grandmother's booger
I should
picking.
put on your wood shirt.
That kid needed a wood shirt, man. That was a blessing for him because he used to get beat up on the school bus.
Look at that. That's something right there behind you. There's the Blue Dream. Whatever.
Yeah, what is that? Blue Dream? I remember the stuff you got a little high, the brown stuff.
Yeah.
Man, maybe the highest thing you do is like feel up your friend a little bit, even if he was a dude, like just something kind of. I remember
touch dickheads or something.
Dude, I remember laying in a truck and just feeling my own breasts for like an hour one time with some weed. But natural activities, not stuff.
Sure.
It's not gay because you're on Blue Dream.
Exactly.
I met this lady. I invited her to a comedy show. She was a casting director. I invited her to a comedy show. She comes out, and the show was I had invited her for the wrong night. So it was above this restaurant in Los Angeles. So I was just like, well, let's just have some dinner. At least I can spend some time with her. And she was an attractive lady. So we sit and had dinner, and then about halfway through, the next day was my birthday, and I told her, and she's like, oh, well, you want half of this pot cookie? And I never had one. Took half, dude. About 40 minutes later, I couldn't remember how I knew her. I couldn't remember if we were like husband and wife.
Oh my God.
You knew her, but not how.
Well, yeah, and it was just bizarre that we're sitting here having this like nice dinner in this romantic restaurant. I was like, I have no idea how I know this lady.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So I finished dinner,
awesome.
and then I tried making out with her by the cab stand, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she shut me down, man. Then I went home, bro. Yeah, dude, I was in this club. I mean, it wasn't really a club when I was growing up. This kid told me it was a club, but
oh my God,
this kid Mario, dude, used to defecate in his yard.
Okay.
And then made me bury it, right? And he told me we're in this special club.
And that was part of the club.
And that was the only part of the club, dude.
The only.
what was the club called? Don't Tell Daddy.
What did you shovel? You were supposed to come in with a bare hands?
Well, his yard was kind of that silty sort of sand dirt,
Right,
that you'll get in some delta areas kind of. So, and I would bury it, and that was kind of my role in the club, I guess. Yeah, and they had free pecans, but it was just me and him in this club, right? But what I'm thinking is, if a girl had been in that club, like, some clubs you don't want to be in.
I like how they had free pecans.
They did have free pecans over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
That's big in the South.
They're good. They're hard to get into.
I know.
I used to lift weights with David Duke. I told you guys that, right?
No.
Yeah, David Duke and I.
Was he a nice guy when he wasn't
I'll
doing
say
his
this.
thing? I'll say this. That's interesting.
We shared a back fence, and I used to work at this little seafood shop in our neighborhood where they were selling, seafood, grilled trout, and everything. But and David Duke, I met him at the gymnasium, and he would help me lift weights sometimes. And then sometimes I'd buzz over there to the gym with him, dude, right over to the gym with him.
He's spotting you. David Dukes is spotting you on the bench press.
Was he
Yes.
already David Duke at this point?
Yeah, this is probably 20 years ago.
How we know him?
Oh, yeah, he was straight up DD, man.
He was
Double
already
D.
DD.
They called him Double D, man.
Did they really?
D.
And he made love, dude. He used to make love to the hottest girl at this seafood shack, man. This little girl, I think her name was, I want to say Stephanie. I don't remember, but she was beautiful.
Was he married?
I don't know if he was married or not, man.
But
I
you
just
know he
rode
was
with
hooking
him.
up with the girl.
He never tried anything on me.
No, but you knew he was hooking up with the girl from the seafood
Oh, yeah,
shack.
yeah. They were dating. It was known. But he was
What nationality was she?
she was white.
She's white as this piece of paper, probably.
She was very white.
She was very white. There's no doubt.
She was like one of the top, yeah.
No, not
You can
even
see
anything.
You
no
can see the
chance.
blood flowing underneath the skin. She was so white.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But he was a nice. He was very friendly. I could see how people could give into it, or
He was charismatic.
charming.
Well,
Right.
he had the charisma.
He was charismatic, and he was tall. And he was a handsome guy, man. He was a pretty beautiful man
In person.
in person. Yeah,
Was he spewing any of that stuff when
he was
lifting
chilling,
weights?
dude. He was talking chest and tries, baby. That was
Chest and tries.
it. You know?
Keeping it real.
Yeah,
Lats.
yeah. Lat pull downs.
Such a surreal thing.
Yeah, and
The comedians have the best Forrest Gump moment stories ever.
He
you
didn't
know?
try to squeeze out one more rep by saying,
No, yeah. He didn't throw one more time for the Hitler. It's never, no, nothing.
just to
Nothing
get a
like
little
that.
adrenaline flowing.
yeah, I don't think he did.
You said you've been to Louisiana once, where Theo's
I
from.
love Louisiana. It was
What do you like
just-
about it?
First of all, people are laid back. They're sweet people. They're a beautiful woman there. I love gumbo. The food's great. And they have guns.
And
Napoleonic law. If you lose a thumb, it's worth $14,000. There's no BSing about it. They'll pay you at a back window at a courthouse. Done.
And give you some hush puppies and some boudin.
But I wonder if the guy who's most upset is Mike Pence, because he had a chance. We heard rumors last Sunday he was dropping out.
Doesn't he run a CrossFit gym? That guy looks like Pence. I never even heard of this guy.
Governor of Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. Also, I want to say where the Ku Klux Klan started. I'm sick of that getting pinned on the South. That was in Indiana.
He's correct.
The Indiana started that, and that had nothing to do with us.
Yeah, but who perfected it?
We refined it.
We shined that rock. We polished it. We shined it.
Well, we
You
didn't.
franchised it.
Well, we didn't shine it.
No.
Indiana's
Yeah,
not
but
even
we
the
had
same
somebody
state,
do it.
right?
Sure.
It's kind of
No,
like
it's not
Starbucks.
South Indiana.
Starbucks
Yeah.
star in Seattle. It was just okay, and then
it's
you
everywhere.
hand it on to somebody else, and it's everywhere, just like the Ku Klux Klan. Why is Bichetti into the WikiLeaks?
You're in the WikiLeaks.
Oh, he's into
So
some dark arts, I bet.
You're in the dark web, aren't you?
This guy's definitely. He's got a little Voldemort
You're
in
in
him.
the you're yeah.
You're in the WikiLeaks.
What are you
You're in
into,
the damn
dude?
WikiLeaks.
Oh, he's definitely betting on. He's betting on roach races at night. I can see Bichetti being into some dark stuff. I wouldn't bang him. Would you guys?
What?
That just went to a strange
He
place.
he said he would not bang. You
Yeah,
said
I
you
wouldn't
would
have
not.
sex with him. No.
No.
Yeah, but did that
Why'd you
even
throw
need to
that
be
in?
said? Or look,
Theo.
you said that needed to be
Theo.
said.
No, but I'm looking at him like,
Yeah, I mean, look, Bichetti's considering it.
That's what's known as Theo Tourette's. Just randomly every 5 or 6
Are you
hours.
panicking, saying to yourself, "Oh, did I just say that out loud?" I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
describe the sweaters you guys were talking about. He should be marketing fucking red sweaters till Saturday midnight.
Ken Bone.
Ken Bone. We're back on Ken Bone. That was a
I know what happened.
Bichetti don't have any. His head is just anything goes in there.
Yeah.
It's ladies' night in his head. Just women drink free in there.
Yeah, I was going to say one thing to Mike. right,
Fuck
which-
having a flow.
one of the
People from New
worst
Jersey.
presidents, in my opinion.
Who,
ever.
Woodrow?
Yeah, Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad
sounds
guy.
horrible. Sounds like a backup quarterback.
Bad guy.
Actually, the railroad people in the Pinkertons weren't actually saints themselves.
Sure.
I mean, but the thing is, they blew his mom's house up. She lost a limb. His half brother died. I mean, that's not exactly cool. But I don't know
Half
how
brother
long-
death doesn't really count.
I don't know how long
It's a
they-
mother thing. I'll accept.
Now, if you lose your mom's hand,
You're
yeah,
from
that's
the
the
South.
big one.
That should count.
Your half brother?
It totally counts.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
like he was like 8
Exactly.
years
I'm
old.
sure I'm at least 12 people's half brother.
No, but the thing is,
Probably somebody in this room.
Maybe.
oh, Theo. My family goes,
Those plane
One
erections
article
are
I
good,
saw.
though. Have you gotten one of those?
Oh, I love them.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
amazing.
Right.
You got to show that off.
What makes it so amazing on a plane?
I think it's just because of the depressurization or something.
Yeah, it's just beautiful
The
up
air's
there.
lighter. Yeah, exactly.
Were you in the Marines?
yes, I was a Marine.
And you
Were you really? What
draft
Marines
of it.
was it?
Paris Island? No, I'm serious. Paris Island, South
Okay.
Carolina.
The Bergen County Marine Corps.
I'm serious.
Making sure it wasn't a bowling team he was on.
But the thing is,
I think you were at a cheap summer camp.
I love from day one I love
Which is a
firearms.
really mean counselor.